Hello everyone, welcome to SJ Learners channel. In today's video, we will clearly understand the difference between relevancy and admissibility of evidence under the Indian Evidence Act. In every court case, many facts are placed before the judge. Some facts may look important to the parties and some facts may even be true. But the law does not allow every fact to be proved in the court. The Indian Evidence Act strictly controls what facts can enter the courtroom. Many of us think that if a fact is connected to the case, the court will accept it. This understanding is not correct. Law clearly separates two ideas, relevancy and admissibility. A fact must satisfy both conditions before it can be used as an evidence. The court always follows two steps. First one is it checks whether the fact is relevant. Then it checks whether the law allows the relevant fact to be proved. The system keeps trial fair and focused. For example, in a theft case, the accused may have bad habits. The fact may look important, but the court will not allow it unless the law permits it. Now let us look at meaning of relevancy of facts. Relevancy means connection with the case. A fact is said to be relevant when it is connected with the main question that the court has to decide. This main question is called the fact in issue. If a fact helps the judge understand or decide this question, then the fact is relevant. In simple words, the judge asks one basic question, that is, does this fact help me deciding who is right and who is wrong? If the answer is yes, then the fact is relevant. If the answer is no, the fact is irrelevant. Relevance is deciding using logic, reasoning, and common sense, not legal rules. A fact does not have to directly prove the case to be relevant. Even if it slightly supports or weakens the case, it can still be relevant. But if it has no connection at all, the court will ignore it completely. For example, suppose A is accused of murdering B at 9 p.m. The time of death is relevant because it helps decide whether A could have committed the crime. The place of death also is relevant for the same reason. But A's favorite movie or A's favorite food has no connection with the murder, so those facts are irrelevant. The next one is meaning of admissibility of evidence. Admissibility means legal permission. It answers the question whether the law allows a fact to be proved in the court. Even if a fact is connected with the case, the court will not accept it unless the law permits it. This is a very important rule to be remembered. All admissible facts must be relevant, but all relevant facts are not admissible. I repeat it, remember this. All admissible facts must be relevant, but all relevant facts are not admissible. The admissibility depends completely on legal rules written in the Indian Evidence Act. The judge cannot ignore these rules even if the fact looks true or important. For example, suppose the accused tells the police that, yes, I committed the crime after being beaten. This confession statement is clearly connected to the case, so it is relevant. But because it was taken by beating, means by the force, the law does not allow it. So the confession statement is not admissible and the court will reject it. Now let us see how courts apply relevancy and admissibility. Courts do not mix up these relevancy and admissibility together. They follow a clear step by step method while examining the facts. The firstly, court checks the relevancy. The judge may ask, is this fact connected with the case? If the answer is no, the court immediately rejects the fact. If the fact is relevant, the courts then check admissibility. The judge asks as like this: does the law allow the fact to be proved? Only when both answers yes, the fact is accepted as an evidence. For example, an eyewitness says, I saw the accused committing the crime. This statement is connected to the case and is allowed by the law, so it is relevant and admissible. But if a person says that someone told me the accused committed the crime, the fact is connected to the case, but it is kind of a hearsay. Hearsay means here I heard and I said. It is like hearsay. So the law does not allow it. Therefore, it is relevant but not admissible. The next one is why some relevant facts are not admissible. Sometimes a fact is clearly connected with the case, so it is relevant, but even then, the court may not allow the facts to be proved. This happens because the law wants to protect fairness and justice. The law does not want truth to be discovered using force, threat, or illegal methods. If such facts are allowed, innocent people may suffer. Therefore, the law blocks some relevant facts to protect rights. So, admissibility acts like a safety rule. It limits relevancy and ensures that evidence is collected and used properly. For example, a lawyer knows many facts about his client's case. Those facts are relevant to the case, but the law protects communication between a lawyer and client. So, the court does not allow the lawyers to disclose them in the court. To summarize, relevancy and admissibility are different but connected concepts. Relevancy is connected with the case, admissibility is about permission given by the law. The court first checks whether a fact is relevant. Only after that, the court checks whether the law allows that fact to be proved. If either conditions fail, the fact is rejected. If you remember the simple rule, evidence law becomes easy to understand and apply. For example, forced confession connected with the crime, it is relevant, but taken illegally by forced, law does not allow, so no admissible. It means the court rejects it. In the next video, we will learn relevant facts under section 5 till section 11 of Indian Evidence Act in a very simple manner. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching and keep learning with SJ LearnX.